Today on Drawbli, we are drawing
a tree.
well, 2 trees, but
2 trees.
you can join us by sharing your art online using the hashtag Drawbli, and of course, click the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. Abby, what kind of tree did you pick?
I picked this tree that is clearly photographed at the Grand Canyon.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Clearly? You
Clearly.
can clearly tell it's photographed at the Grand
Yes.
Canyon.
That way, everybody who wants to know what kind of tree it is can look up trees that grow commonly at the Grand Canyon. The reason this is important is because I do not know what kind of tree this is.
Mine said, I think, well, definitely a bonsai tree, but I believe it said juniper bonsai tree. if I'm not
Mine is
mistaken.
probably also a juniper tree. Then I want to say mine's a juniper tree too.
Okay, sure, yeah, we're drawing juniper trees.
Just to be one of the
Sure,
cool
just
kids.
Sure, just copy exactly what I'm doing, even though I don't know if mine even is a juniper tree, or if yours is, for that matter. I'm making some rough lines. Oh, what are you doing? What brush is that?
The dry ink brush.
I've never used that one.
I really like it. It's thicker than a pencil, but it still has some texture to it, and it has great taper as well.
Ooh, I love great taper.
Me as well. So, it is the brush for me. I am thinking about moving it to my frequently used brushes palette, which is empty because I haven't taken the time to put any brushes in it.
There's nothing in it at all. It's just completely empty. I did make the list, though.
Yeah.
I did buy a box to put things in. I just haven't.
I bought a planner. I just haven't put anything in it.
Right, exactly.
That sums me up pretty darn well.
Have you ever heard of, oh gosh, I just have so many things to talk about with bonsai trees.
Oh my goodness, go
So
for it.
you know what a bonsai tree is,
Of
right?
course, of course.
Like, it is an actual tree that someone has taken and kind of like butchered or shaped into their own will and kept alive, which is just absolutely crazy. Like, it's a totally normal tree that they are growing smaller than it should be, and then they're like trimming it and doing all this stuff to force it to become like this mini version of itself.
And it's wonderful.
Have you ever seen those like really special scissors that people use?
Yeah,
They're
but
like-
they keep like beautiful artisanal scissors on hand for the process. People are really into it, right?
Yes, but there is like a particular guy who makes scissors. There's some video I saw a long time ago about it. But the person who makes these scissors sells them for tens of thousands of dollars. I think like $30,000 for like a pair of scissors, or something crazy like that. Like,
Wow.
crazy amounts of money for these scissors, because they're just like these extra special
just
scissors.
these scissors.
And he sells like enough to to make a living off of, and that's like what he does. He just makes these
That's
really
awesome.
like specific scissors for bonsai tree enthusiasts.
I love that
It's
for
like
him.
this little Japanese old man making these scissors. Bonsai trees are, I don't know. I feel like it would be a cool hobby to get into, you know?
I feel like, yeah, I don't want to say I've dabbled in it, but I remember being very keenly interested in it when I was young, and one of my brothers was too. We once went to a bonsai tree exhibition that was really cool.
What, really?
Yeah, just in the local area, and
Wow, that's weird.
it was really nice.
I didn't know that there was a bonsai community around these parts.
Around these parts, oh, I'm sure bonsai communities can come up anywhere because they're very small trees and you can fit them in any community.
Wow, that's Abby wisdom. Beautiful. So you are drawing a potentially a juniper tree. You're going in with your brush pen. You're gonna do lots of color. You were talking about maybe not doing any color there for a little bit.
I have no idea yet. I'm gonna just see where it takes me.
Ooh,
Oops.
I like that. See where it takes you.
Oops.
Oh no, you're gonna have to close up those lines a lot better.
I know.
Or just go over. I don't even use that drag and drop all that much. I feel like more so anymore. I'm just going in, painting my main shapes and getting out. Not spending too much time on them.
That's probably a good way to go about it.
I don't know. The drag and drop
Yeah.
feature is really nice though.
I know.
I really have no idea how to paint leaves or make leaves at all. Here in the 2D space.
Yeah.
So
I think it's
this
a
is
lot
going to
about...
be very experimental. And
I've always learned it's about layering your lights and darks. Once you start to
Ooh,
layer
okay,
that,
okay.
just look for the blocks of color
Okay.
and put down like dark where you see dark and light where you see light, and just in like patchy splotches. Be really splotchy with it, and I think you'll end up liking your result.
Okay, I will try that. Thank you for the tip.
You're welcome.
Because I have no idea, like, at least going into this, I've never done something like this, so I'm very, not concerned, but
But a little concerned.
a healthy dose of concern and worry, for sure, for sure. I think I've maybe drawn, like, 2 trees. I know we emphasize, like, quite often how we don't have, like, a ton of experience in drawing, but, like,
It's true.
I want to, like, not downplay that at all. Like,
Yes, this is all like learn along. If you're new to drawing in general and you also just want to learn with us, this is your moment.
hey,
Because we're not big time experts yet.
pick up your
But
pen,
we'll be
your
soon,
pencil.
so you better get started.
Yeah, we're gonna be pros in no time.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
this
thinking
rate-
maybe tomorrow, next video.
Yeah, better hurry.
All right, so I'm looking for blocks of color, huh? That's the idea.
Yeah. See if you can put them down. Imagine that the block of color is the foundation of your piece.
Oh.
Try that.
Okay. I'm looking for blocks of color. I like it. It's working.
It's working. It's working.
It's already working. As a kid, I know I climbed trees like every single day.
Oh, yeah.
I loved climbing trees.
Yeah.
Were you a big tree climber
Oh,
when
yeah.
you were a kid?
100%.
We had these, well, when we moved into, I say we, but I wasn't born yet, the house that I grew up in, my parents planted 2 trees, potentially more, actually 3. There was one in the front as well. But at least these 2 trees in the backyard were super, super small, just little twigs, and they never thought like anything would ever come of them. But they ended up blossoming into these massive, massive trees that were, 50 plus feet tall when I was a kid, and I
Wow.
loved climbing them all the way to the top. And when I was very young, maybe not super young, but around, I don't know,
Please don't say you fell out of the tree. Oh, no.
6 up, like around
You
there.
fell out of the tree, didn't
No,
you?
no. I would climb them. So I was homeschooled around that age for a short amount of time. And I would climb these trees all the way to the top and watch the kids come home on the school bus.
Aw, longingly.
Well, yes,
Long.
but
You were like, I'm not really sure I want to be homeschooled, but
Yeah.
okay. It's my life.
yeah. But it was fun to climb those trees. I loved climbing trees. I also have a memory of getting yelled at by a neighbor for climbing trees when I was.
Neighbors are just ones for like not minding their business.
No, I know. Like, climb your own dang tree, man.
Yeah,
Like,
don't get on top of my tree climbing fun here.
I'm using this like crazy, vibrant, terrible green right now, and
Is it not doing it for you?
No, I'm gonna switch up the color here in a sec, but I can't do it right now. I gotta finish what I started
Yeah,
here.
yeah, definitely.
How are you kind of tackling your tree in general here?
Pretty simply, the leaves are they look really dry and wiry, so I'm not totally sure how I want to go about doing them.
Dry and what do you mean by wiry?
I don't know, they're just kind of, they look like almost like fir tree kind of style leaves, at least from my picture.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
Yeah?
kinda, yeah. I think you maybe need to take some of your own advice though about
Yeah.
the
About the colors and whatnot.
Yeah, the colors and what the colors.
The colors and the whatnot.
You know how colors do, Abby?
A little bit, not really.
Not really. Is yeah.
Yeah, let's see here. Let's go in and
Use a bigger brush. I am always a proponent of using a bigger brush.
I do
I'm
like
gonna get a
bigger
little
brush.
messy here with some big brush strokes. You know,
Okay.
try to get a little painterly, as they say.
A little painterly, yes.
I've never done that really, but here's hoping.
Right.
Do you have
Better than
any
it
tree
looks.
memories as a child?
Well, we had a tulip tree that we planted in the backyard when I was very young. That has also grown to towering heights. The last time you and I visited my parents, I actually climbed that tree.
Oh, is it the big one in the center of the yard?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
That was planted, that was just like 5 feet, maybe.
You climbed that tree last time we were there. Speaking of climbing trees,
Yep, I did that.
you did. This is true. This is a fact. I saw you.
You saw me.
I saw.
Can't deny it.
No, you
It
can't.
happened. Yeah, I did. I like climbing trees, though. It's really fun.
Do you, other than that, do you have any nice tree memories?
Oh yeah, plenty.
Have you drawn a lot of trees? Like, I feel like that would be a subject that growing up learning some things about art,
Oh,
you might
yeah.
have done a lot.
Yeah, I've drawn some trees. I've gone out in like the little tree line behind the house and done little studies as a child of the, not as a child, I don't know, maybe a teen, I don't know how old I was. However old I was, I did some studies of the bark and would try to draw like the bark in as detailed a fashion as I
Really?
could. Just like a very small
I've
section
tried
of
to
it.
draw bark before, and it was really hard.
It is very hard. No,
I
and I've
struggled.
seen you draw it, and I'm like, yeah, I know the pain. I know how hard that is.
Oh yeah, you do know the pain?
Uh-huh.
It was
yeah,
really tough.
So I sympathize for sure.
Do you got any
It's-
pointers?
For drawing bark?
Yeah.
Not really. Go slow, take your time. It's intricate. It has a lot of like deviations from normalcy, so always be changing up what one little piece of bark looks like versus the piece next to it, I guess.
Ooh. That's good advice.
Draw a bug on there.
Draw a bug on there. I like that one.
Yeah, that's my favorite piece.
Advice for everything. Draw a bug on
Just
there.
put a bug on there.
Just put a bug on there. Yeah, put a bug on there. Is that like general advice for like all drawing?
Put a
Improve?
bug on there?
Yeah.
It could be. I could put a bug on here. Of course, you have to see the bug
Is that our
on the
first
bark.
our first T-shirt? Put a bug on there.
Put a bug on there. Yeah.
The how to improve all drawings. Put a bug on there.
Get a bug up and on there.
Up and on there. Yeah, I like it. This is great advice. We are full of drawing wisdom. If you come to us looking for drawing wisdom, boy, do we have
Boy, are we here to supply.
some great drawing wisdom.
Yeah, for sure.
It kind of hurts to even just say in jest.
That's it. Yeah, I could see that.
What are you doing now?
I'm just playing with some of the colors that I see in the background. I'm not trying to get them really accurate as to what's actually back there, but I'm liking the blue that I see at the top part of the canyon where there's like, I guess the light has diffused it a little bit, so it's kind of blue back there.
Mm-hmm.
And then the red off on the left-hand side where the canyon itself is. So again, I'm not really trying to get like the color, the true color in there.
The true color.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by true color?
I shouldn't say true color, but like true image. I'm just trying to get like the idea of those areas where that color exists to some extent. Just so that my little tree is surrounded by the actual colors that it exists near, if that makes sense.
I see. I'm just like looking for shapes and trying to put that shape in the drawing and kind of hope that something happens. Eventually.
Eventually something will occur and it'll just look really good all of a sudden, right?
Something like
Is that how this works?
I'm like, so there's like lots of these little holes, right? And I'm learning while I do this. I'm like, how do I make these little like holes of light? And I guess I could just like erase through to the other side, but I don't know. Maybe I should just try some like pure white up in there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm getting too much tunnel vision here on like the little pieces that don't necessarily matter too much. It's hard to say, you know. But here we are. We're trying to figure it out.
Right.
Trying to learn it together. Trees are a hard subject.
They really are. They're forgiving because, there's no specific way a tree looks.
Oh, I like
Every
that.
tree
Yeah.
looks a little bit different. So even if you're not drawing this tree that you see in front of you, odds
Oh.
are it looks a lot like another tree we've
Ooh,
seen.
that's what I always say about noses. I like that. So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, noses are a great thing to try to draw, or what I often say to my students is sculpt, because, of course, I'm a teacher, a professor of sculpting.
If you will, which I will.
And yeah, I feel like that's very much true for noses. Like, you're going to end up with somebody's nose in the end. It might not be the one that you're referencing, but hey, you
But
did
you made a
something.
nose.
You
Yes,
did make a
it's an
nose, right?
identifiable
Yeah,
nose.
like
We'll get to the whole like matching the nose to the subject later.
it can be ugly, is what I'm saying. And you're gonna make somebody's nose. You start off trying to draw this super pretty thing, and you're gonna have a hard time. That's why I'm trying to make a real ugly tree.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
sure your tree's not ugly.
Definitely going for ugly tree here.
I have not looked at it, but I'm sure it's not ugly. I keep
don't-
drawing on the
don't
layer
look.
with my reference on it. Why am I like this?
Why are you like this,
Oh,
Abby?
man.
You'll never know.
I can just erase the reference back out, which I've already done once.
I need, because we're running out of time here. I gotta like reshape some of these like things of foliage. My foliage things need to be reshaped, Abby.
Reshape them foliages.
I'm trying.
You got this.
I don't know if I do, but thank you. You're always giving me these votes of confidence, which I appreciate. Oh wow, this is like really smearing, huh?
Are you trying to blend some stuff?
No, I'm trying to use the liquify to like reshape things, and it's
Oh, interesting.
yeah. Well, you know, as I often do, I love the liquify tool. It's just real tough. I don't know. I really like move style brushes that allow you to just push and pull things around. I think that's a lot of fun. You got any tips for my tree?
Let me take a look here.
It's not.
I think you need to pop like the trunk. Think you need to punch up your values on the trunk.
Punch up the values.
Yes, like really
brighter?
contrast.
More contrast.
Yeah, where your dark is, make it darker. Where your light is,
All right.
make it lighter.
All right. I'll try that.
Yeah. What about me though? I can't get the. I'm not sure what to do with like the leafy bits.
I think you should do more of capturing the big shapes. So notice how there's like a big dark shape right there and a big light shape here. Like maybe try to capture some more of that. There we go. Look,
We're helping each other.
Yeah, because we're struggling. Trees.
We are struggling.
Trees are.
Together, we are very strong.
Together we are strong. Yes, but trees are hard. Dang,
That's not working. Why is that not working? Oh, because it's a clipping mask.
Abby.
Aww.
We talked about your clipping mask issue, your clipping mask addiction that you have. Is there like a particular tool here that you feel like you can't live without, like that you have to have?
Like within Procreate?
Yeah, like what you're working with. Is there anything that you're like, I need that? That's
For
like,
this particular piece or just in general?
No, in general, just like.
Not yet. I think I'm gonna get to that point where I'm like, I absolutely can't move. I mean, the eraser, the undo button.
The undo, that double tap.
Yeah.
undo?
Okay. I do have an answer, and it's the undo.
Okay, that's fair.
What about you?
I don't feel like I care about undo too much. I don't know. That was a good question that I just asked myself, I guess.
You didn't have an answer?
No, I was more curious about your response, but
Uh-huh.
I guess mine would be layers and like the ability to control like opacity and stuff with those layers, because that's something that I like to mess around with a lot. Just like adjusting, moving layers around, smooshing them together, all that fun stuff, all that good jazz. But from here, it is now time, Abby, for us to add on our finishing touches.
Oh wow, already?
Yeah, already.
I feel like there's like a million more things that could be done for a little tree like this.
Oh, absolutely.
This poor little tree. It never
So,
had a
why don't you
chance.
tell me what you will be doing in terms of finishing touches? And I'll tell you about my finishing touches.
Well, I guess I'll just keep poking at the leaves. I'm not sure.
That's what I'm doing. I'm poking at the leaves.
I don't know. I think I selected this piece because I really liked the trunk of it, and I knew I wouldn't really be able
That's actually a great thing to work on.
Yeah.
Because it's a relatively simple form. I really wanted to work on the leaves.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause
I mean, that's important.
Well, it's so fun and so difficult, as I have
Right.
now discovered. Leaves. Why? Why
Why
leaves?
are you like this? Leaves. A little foreground green. I don't know. Yeah, I would say that I got kind of where I felt like I could on the trunk. And after that, it's more like, well, I don't know that I have the proficiency to do too much more on the leaves, which would be the other part I'd be interested in souping up a bit. So I don't know. I guess that means it's kind of at a point where if I maybe
We've done what we
spent,
can.
you know, an hour more on it, I could probably get it to look different, but I'd be experimenting and learning along as I went, which I have been doing this whole time. But it'd be a slow process because I don't have a workflow.
That's what I really like about what we're doing here. I feel like every time I leave one of these recording sessions, I'm like, oh man, I feel like I actually like need to sleep on this for a little while because I just learned like a billion new things about how I'm going to tackle these ideas more in the future. There's just like so much. I'm learning so much, Abby. Let me tell you about all my learning that I'm doing.
I feel the same way. I just feel like we're at such a spot where everything, every moment is a new horizon of learning a lot.
Come learn with us.
Yes,
Learn.
we're learning in leaps and bounds, I'll tell you what.
But yeah, I think I'm trying to like draw some more attention to some chunks of leaves, just throwing in a couple areas of light and dark, trying to accentuate. I'm being a little rough here with some of this and trying to go a little bit faster to get some of that in. Because honestly, like, it doesn't need to be super refined. I feel like I went really slow on my leaves. And if I was going to do this again, I'd go a lot faster and just be, kind of more haphazard.
More loosey-goosey, yeah.
Yeah, in a way more loosey-goosey, as you always say.
As I always say.
You say that, yeah, all the time. I don't know why you're so obsessed with gooses being looses.
Look at all these chickens.
Look at all these chickens. And look at all this drawing that we just did. Oh my goodness.
Let's see your finished. Oh, I want to flip mine too.
Yeah, go ahead, give it a flip.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's how she do. That's how it work.
Oh dear.
All right.
Let's see what you got, Ben.
Well,
I think you're
here is my beautiful tree. Here's my tree of some kind.
Love that. Today,
You know, if I hold it really far away from me.
No.
I'm holding it, 2 arms lengths away.
You're so silly.
And I'm squinting, and if I do that,
you've done a wonderful job. Are you kidding me?
I could say maybe that's a tree.
I love it. I love the colors in it. I love the trunk. I love how you popped up the values. I love the contrast and the green colors.
I tried so hard.
Everything looks really good in that. I think you should be very pleased.
No. You are way too kind. And everybody knows
If you were
this.
drawing like a little scene and you wanted your character to have a bonsai tree in it and you put that bonsai in it, you can die happy. That was good.
I can die happy now. Wow, I did it. Okay, let's check out Abby's tree.
I don't really like how it turned out.
Ooh, I love the texture though. Oh, wow. That's so fun over there too. I love the texture that you ended up putting on your leaves. It really kind of gives it that dry effect that you were talking about. I think did you sample the colors for this?
A little bit here and there.
Yeah, they look like really spot on here on the trunk. I also really like, what did you do here to get this texture?
I just mishmashed a bunch of different brushes, dry brushes.
That's what I need to mishmash.
Yeah.
More brushes.
That's it.
That looks awesome. And I think you did the smart thing of choosing something with less shapes.
I like yours.
You did such a good job. Wow.
Well, thank you.
I really like the colors in that. I feel like you pick a lot of things based on the color.
I just
the
love
color
colors.
Vibe. Colors are very fun. Well, hey, thanks for watching. You can join us by sharing your trees online using the hashtag Drawbli and click the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. And this is the part where we say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Look at that bird that you drew that one time in that sailboat. Remember? Remember when you drew that sailboat?
I remember all that.